Good morning and welcome to Cindy's Corner. I sure hope you enjoy this reading time as much as I do. If you like at the end of the story, please like and subscribe and share with your colleagues, your family, your friends. And you never know when you comment when I might include you in a story. And I may include some of my former students. Today's story is The Kissing Hand. I always gave this to my kindergartners on open house, hoping it would help the moms and the parents and the kids on their first day. So please enjoy and hope you share with your family. The Kissing Hand by Audrey Penn. The Kissing Hand, this is the title page, by Audrey Penn. She was the author. And the illustrations were Ruth Harper and Nancy M. Leake. She wrote this for Stephanie Corrin and children everywhere who love to be loved. We all love to be loved, don't we? Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you?" Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do," she told him gently, "even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start." You'll make new friends and play with new toys, read new books and swing on the new swings. Besides, she added, I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home. Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. "A secret? What kind of secret?" "A very old secret," said Mrs. Raccoon. "I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the Kissing Hand." "The Kissing Hand?" asked Chester. "What's that?" "I'll show you." Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand, and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand up his arm and into his heart. Even his silky black mass tingled with a special warmth. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. Now she told Chester, "Whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand on your cheek and think, Mommy loves you. Mommy loves you." And that very kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts. She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. Now, do be careful not to lose it, she teased him. But don't worry. When you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of his hand. "Now you have a kissing hand too," he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and "I love you," Chester turned and danced away. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across the tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. "Chester loves you." It sang, "Chester loves you." Here he is at school. It's Chester at school. And you can do your hand like this. And that means I love you. And boys and girls, I know I have former students who have their kids going to school this year. And I'm going to ask Brentley if you will make sure you read this to your darling or show this to her. And y'all have a story time. And maybe draw a heart on each other's hand. And know that you're always there. Have a good year. Remember, please like and subscribe.